I want to talk about the Drake and Kanye beef because this is the No Job podcast and we're talking about living our dreams, making a living, doing what we love. Drake and Kanye are two people who are doing just that. And you probably heard they got a beef going on, or what's called a beef by the media. But honestly, I don't think it is. I think it's cap. But whether it's cap or whether it's real, it's benefiting both of them. The competition is helping Kanye and the competition is helping Drake. I think that people are talking about these Kanye and Drake releases, Donda and the Drake Loverboy album coming out. I forget what the name is, sometime soon, more than they would have been talking about it if there wasn't this drama, this Twitter beef between Drake and Yeezy and their crews online. And I think the competition is great. And I think we're afraid to compete a lot of the times when it comes to living our dreams. And we view the competition as something that's going to destroy us. Whereas guys like Drake and Kanye are smart enough to know that competition can propel you forward. Competition can make you more money. Not that your competition is going to work for you, but the fact that you are competing drives people into your story, into the narrative, into the market. It brings dollars into the flow and you get some of those dollars. Perfect example. Back in 2007, I think, 50 Cent coming out with the album Curtis, Kanye coming out with the Graduation album. They were going back and forth publicly. Everybody knew about the 50 and Kanye beef, and it was all about records. It wasn't beyond that. It was about making money. So the first week that Graduation dropped, it sold 957,000 copies. In the first week that Curtis dropped, the 50 album, it sold 691,000 copies. So who do you think won that interaction? Who won that beef? They both did. 50 and Kanye both did. I am willing to bet that they both made more money on those albums and on the tours that followed than they would have if they hadn't generated all that publicity and forced all of these people out into the market to buy albums, to show support, to be talking about them at the lunch table in high school, to be talking about them on the streets when there was nothing else to talk about, to be everybody's small talk, to have the names 50 Cent and Kanye on everybody's lips in that era. Competition is good. And I think, like I said at the beginning, the Kanye and Drake beef, I think it's agreed upon. I think it's manufactured. I think they both know exactly what they're doing and it's intentional and they're helping each other, even if they're pretending they're not friends. But even if they are actually at odds with one another, even if Kanye really wants to destroy Drake's career and Drake really wants to destroy Kanye's career, even if your competition, even if you have competition in business that actually wants to eliminate you, actually wants to destroy you, don't run away from it. Be glad. Why do I say that? You know I'm a man of the scripture. I'm going back to the Bible. I'm going to the book of Isaiah chapter 54, and I'm going to verses 16 and 17. And this is God talking to his people about an enemy that they have coming after them. And this is his message to them. He says, I have created the blacksmith who fans the coals beneath the forge and makes the weapons of destruction. And I have created the armies that destroy. He's talking about what these people are afraid of. He says, I created that. He says, but in that coming day, no weapon that turns against you will be able to succeed. You will silence every voice that rises up to accuse you. And these benefits are enjoyed by the servants of the Lord. What is he saying to his people in that day? He's telling them that I created the people that hate you. I created your enemies. I created the people who are trying to destroy you. And as their creator, guess what I can tell you? That they're not going to win and they're not going to be able to destroy you. So whether you've got this commercial on purpose beef that you're engaging in intentionally with someone else, which is a strategy you should really consider, or you have somebody that is actually trying to put you out of business. If what you're doing is from God, just as he promised to his people back in their day, if your promise is from God and if you're with God and if you know him and if you're honestly his servant, the weapon that is meant to come against you isn't going to be able to defeat you. It won't win. Like Fred Hammond said, it won't work. Compete. Go out and compete. This is the No Job Podcast.